show you how to crochet Anna from Frozen, and this is what she will look like once the dress is complete. And this is what it will look once it's complete. For part 1 will be the shirt and the top part of the dress. Part 2 will be the bottom skirts. Part 3 will be the cape and the shoes. And what you will need is some aqua or turquoise medium worsted weight yarn. I'm not sure how I can say it, but a turquoise would really work. A dark blue medium worsted weight yarn. Some black medium worsted weight yarn. Light blue worsted weight yarn. And this will go for the bottom part of the dress, in case you haven't noticed. And this is just gonna be for the bottom part, and the turquoise is for the shirt. I just want to get that out of the way. Some light gray medium worsted weight yarn. And you will also need some gold medium worsted weight yarn. And it has to be more like the shade. So you're going to have gold for it. And I want to point this out. I'm going to use Red Heart with Love medium worsted weight yarn for the cape. It's in this, I guess, fuchsia shade. And that is what's going to be used. And to start off will be the shirt. And for this tutorial, I will be using it. You can use an American Girl doll for fitting, but you don't have to. I'm just doing it because it's easier and it's a really good way. You're also going to need a 6.0 millimeter hook, a yarn needle, a pair of scissors. I'm also going to use a paper clip. For a stitch marker, because I don't have a stitch marker of my own, and using a paper clip is really resourceful. So to start off, get your turquoise yarn, and we're going to start off with the shirt. And you're now going to need the doll if you're going to use it right now. And what you're going to do is get out some yarn, make a slip knot, and what you're going to do is you are going to chain 30. There's 1, 2. Now, after chaining 30, you are going. This will make it round enough to be on the doll, and this is what it will look like. It's just gonna go around, and that's just the first. Now you're going to do is you are going to get the first chain you did, and you do a slip stitch in there, and you're going to do is take the tail of your yarn, take your yarn, and just do a slip stitch. Now you've got it round. You are going to do a single crochet stitch in every chain around. Well, if I can get this one, hold on just a second. Okay, got it. And there. Now you're going to take your stitch marker and put it in that single crochet. And if you're not going to use a stitch marker, you can do is follow the tail. So you are going to do is single crochet in each chain around. Now after you have crocheted the whole chain and the slip stitch, now it's ready to move on. So take out your marker if you're using a marker. Do a single crochet in that stitch. And now you are going to do 9 more rounds of this. So you're going to have 10 rounds total. And I will show you what a 10 rounds total will look like. Now after doing 10 rounds total, this is what it will look like. And now let's start on the sleeves. So take out your stitch marker, put a stitch in that one, and put the marker back in. Now you're going to do is do 5 stitches total, so that's 3, right there, 3, 4, and 5. That's what it will look like with the 5 stitches. Now you're going to do a turning chain of 1. Now you're going to do is you're going to place a stitch in there, and I'm going to go all the way back. And then take out your marker and do another stitch in there. You don't need the marker for this. Now you're going to do 12 rows total of this, and 12 rows, this will make a strap. And then after making the strap is when I'll show you how to make the sleeve. After doing 12 rows of the strap, well it's now a strap, this is what it will look like. And you're going to flip it inside out. Now I got it inside out. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to do this. You're going to close it in and going to make a sleeve. So first off, if you are using the doll, you are going to now want to put this on the doll. So it's a hook. It's kind of to close it in. And if it's like this, if it's where it's gonna land right here, you got it on the wrong way, and I'm showing you what it looks like if you got it on the wrong way. But if your hook is right here and it's right here, you can make a sleeve. That's how you're gonna do the sleeve, is doing it from this. And this is what I'm gonna show you. So I'm going to show you, just turn this around because I messed up on it. And do the same if you done the same thing as me. Just flip it around. It's not really a big deal to do it like this because it's not really that hard. But it's kind of a struggle because of how tight it is. But it's not really a big worry because it'll come off. Once you pull it off, it'll come off. So, and if the strings are going to get in the way from the doll, just tuck it in. So now I've got it on the right way, and now it is pointing to the arm. And if you've done the same thing, that's what it's supposed to be. Now just get the yarn in the way. There, got it. Just pull this up a little bit. Now I'm gonna just show you how to do it. So now, just pull this tightly and chain one. Now you're gonna go around like this. Just the camera for a little bit. Now, hang on. I'm showing you how to do it. So now you're gonna do is put it in like this, and you're gonna do a slip stitch for this, and you are going to do is from where the dress is and the strap. Going to get both in. So now I got 2 stitches, and now I'm going to do a slip stitch, and you're going to do this all the way across. And just walk through it like this. For those who are not using the doll, you're just going to watch what I've got, and then I'm going to show you how many stitches you're going to have to go to do it over, because there's a part right here, and this makes it easier, and I'll show you what that will look like. And let me just get this last stitch in. This is what it will look like after this. It's really snug, and this is what it will look like. So now, for those who are not using the American Girl doll, you're gonna leave a space, because this right here is a stitch. You're gonna leave a space. This is where it's been stitched in. So it's from here to here. It's basically 3 stitches apart. So because that's where the starting point is, and that's where the ending point is. And now you're going to do, you are going to take what you got of the shirt now off the doll. And this is going to be so I'll show you what to do next after I pull the shirt off, because right now it's a struggle. Now, after doing, getting this off the doll, you are going to do a single crochet in the chain around and at the bottom here. I'll show you what to do. So, gonna put your hook in, do a single crochet, and put in your marker. Now you're going to do, wherever you see the holes, I guess you could say, or gaps, whatever, you're going to put it through the gaps and all of these around. Now I'm just going to show you, and it just goes like this. This will make it easier for the sleeves to be, and it's not gonna look exactly like Anna, like in the movie, but it's supposed to look as similar as possible to her, and this is just what I'm showing. So the sleeves are going to be a little bit wider. This just makes it easier to put on and take off. So I'm just going to continue going. And I'm going to get more yarn. Going with it. I'm just showing you how to do this because you might have never done this before, and I'm just showing you how to make a sleeve. And what you're going to do is make 15 rounds for a sleeve, and right now this is round 1. Now where there is already a stitch from the previous stitch, you're going right there, you're going to put in another stitch there. Again, that just makes it easier. And now you're at the easy part. The other stitch there. Again, you're just going to put it in there. Then you're going to do is take out the marker, do a stitch there, and then do another one where it might throw you off a little bit, but that's how it is. So there is round 1 of the sleeve. And now you're going to do 14 more rounds, and you will have 15 total rounds. So once you have finished the sleeve, this is what it'll look like, and I already finished off. I haven't flipped it inside the right way yet, and if you haven't, go ahead and do that. Now you are ready for the other sleeve, and I'm going to show you how to do it if you were not using it all. So I just flipped it because whenever you have this seam right here, this is the back part of the shirts. And it'll be the same thing when I show you how to do the top part of the dress. So, Now, I'm just going to show you how to do it with without the doll. And so what you're going to do is make a slip knot. And now what you're going to do is that you're going to make it flat. Like this. And where it is aligned to the sleeve. I'm just going to figure this out. And then you're going to do is count 3 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3 right here. And it is across from the other sleeve. This is the space you're going to give. So what you're going to do in that first one you do, it's right there, from the 3. So these are the 3. There's this other one. Then you're going to do a slip stitch in it, and this just gets it going. Now you're going to do single crochet in the next 4 stitches, and you will get a total of 5. So this is 3, 4, 5. Hang on just a sec. And then you're going to do the usual turning chain and you're going to do 12 rows again. And this time, I'm just going to show you what it is without the doll, and you're just doing the same thing. If you are doing it with the doll, you can, it's kind of different, but you still want to count 5, and then just make sure you're doing it correct. And then you're going to do is get the slip stitch right here and get that pull through, and there you have 2 rows right there. So just do 12 rows total, so you got 10 more rows to do if you're following along with me, and then I'll show you what to do next. So now that you have the strap done, the 12 rows, that is when you're going to flip it over. And before that, you're going to flip this inside part inside out, and if it annoys you for the sleeve, go ahead and do it for the sleeve. Just pull this up and straighten it. And now what you're going to do is get the 3 stitches. So let's see, there's 1, right there's 1, 2, 3. There in the 4th one is when you're going to do the slip stitch. And you are going to do the slip stitch, and I messed up, but I got it now. And I'm just going to continue doing the slip stitch. Now that you have the strap completely made, this is what you will get. Now, I messed up on it, and this I wasn't expecting. and I messed up on it because I wasn't paying attention. Now, and I'll show you what to do if you have done this before. But first, I'm going to show you how to double check. So, as you see, okay, there's 30 right. Okay, there's a 3, and there should be 2, and well, 1 or 2 that should split it apart. So there's 2 in the front and 1 in the back. And if it's 2, then you more than likely you've done it correctly. So then you're gonna do, if you've done it the wrong way, you're just gonna go back and slip stitch. And you just put it in random stitches. And wiggle through. And hang on just a sec. Now I'm gonna and there's that. Now you're gonna do a single crochet 15 rounds like you did before. So just do just like you did before, and don't forget your marker. And if you're not using the marker, again, you can use the tail. It's better if you use a marker for the sleeves, but if you're not, just be sure you keep track. So just continue around and do 15 rounds, and I will show you what to do after completing the second sleeve. So now that you have both sleeves on, and the reason why you had to do was flip it to start off with, the second sleeve was because if you did not flip it and it was on the right side, the sleeve would be inside out. So that's why you had to flip it, and it might sound confusing, but that's how it is. This is what it will look like. So now you're gonna flip it again, and you're almost done with the shirt. And if you flipped it the right way at first, and then later on what you did was that you flipped it again while you were working on it, that is how you were supposed to do it. So now that you flipped it, what we're going to do is make some lining right here, and this will make it look more finished. And then after that, this will make it easy. The reason why the sleeves are so wide is so it's to make it easier to put on and take off. This is more of like a simple way to do it, but if you want to do it a different way, you can. But I'm just showing you a simple way. So then now you're gonna do is make a slip knot, get your hook, and then you're gonna do is find a stitch in the back, like where it's, because this right here where the seam is, that is the back. So what you're gonna do, you're going to put in your hook there, slip knot, and you're gonna leave the tail on the inside, and I'll show you what to do after with that, with all the tails that have been there. So now you're going to single crochet in all the holes on the sides like you did for when you were making the sleeves. So now that's all you're going to do for this part. Once you get to the front, you are going to do those regular stitches, and then once you get to the other side, you're going to do the same thing that I am showing you, is putting in the holes. And then I'll show you what to do for the back. And now that you're on the back, you're going to do a regular single crochet, and that's in these stitches. then you're going to do is go into that one stitch, and you would have made it all the way around, and that you got all of it around done. This is what it will look like. And now you're going to skip the slip stitch where you started, and you're going to put a slip stitch and the next one right there. So you get that through. Now you're just gonna finish off like you normally do, and I'll show you what to do next. Now that you finished off, this is what you got, and now that you're actually done making stitches to the shirt, now you're going to do is cut off the tails. So for the bottom, you're going to get your scissors and cut off the tail. Then you're going to flip the shirt inside out. Now you're just going to cut off the tails of the inside of the shirt. And I'm just going to show you what it and how to do it. And I'm just showing you where. And it's basically all of them. Because you have the bottom one to start off the inside and for the collar. And now you have finished the shirt, and I will show you how to do the top part of the dress, the black part of it. Now I'm going to show you how to do the top part of the dress. So get your hook and get your black yarn and make a slip knot. Now you are going to do is chain 35. Once you have chained 35, you are going to do is get the first chain and put your hook in it and do a slip stitch, and then you're gonna do a single crochet in the next one. Now you're gonna do is put your marker in the first single crochet instead of the slip stitch. Hang on just a sec. And now you're going to do is single crochet in each stitch around, including the slip stitch. And when you do the slip stitch, you're gonna just do a stitch there, and you're just gonna single crochet all the way around. After doing your first round, you are going to do start on your second round, take out the marker, and do a single crochet in there. Put the marker back in. Now you're going to do is do 9 more rounds, so basically 10 rounds total. and then I will show you how to make the straps. Now that you have all 10 rounds of what's going to be the top part of the dress, now you're ready to move on to the strap. And I'm going to show what it's going to be like without the doll, and then I'm going to do it with the doll. And then, so to start off, you're going to stitch into the next 3 stitches. That's 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to chain 1 and then turn around. And put it in the 3 stitches. And 2 and 3. And what you're going to do with it is that you're going to do, I'd say about 12 rows again. But if I'm mistaken, I'm going to correct myself again because I'm going to try it on the doll and see how it looks. And if I'm mistaken, I will correct myself. So I'll do 12 rows, and I'll see if I can fix this eventually when I show you what it will look like after doing 12 rows total. After doing 12 rows of the strap, I decided to put it on the doll to show what it's like. And I said I'd correct myself, and apparently I'm wrong. So I'm going to continue going with it. Then you're going to do the same thing that you did for this. But I'm going to show you I'm going to make sure which one, because I made a mistake, and I want to show what it will be like. And then later on, I will take it off the doll, and then I'll flip it inside out, because this needs to be inside out when you stitch it together. And so I'm going to continue going. And so far, that is 14. I just did 14 rows. No, I'm mistaken. I did 13. Well, anyway, it's still there's a gap. So if you're still, just keep going with it. And this shouldn't take you very long because you're only doing 3 stitches for each row. So this is 14. This is 14. So now I'm going to do so basically do 15 rows instead of 12 for the straps, and then you're going to do and flip it inside out. And if you're going to do it on a doll, you're going to take it off. Take it off if you have it on. But if you're not using the doll, what you're going to do is flip it inside out. And you're going to count. There's a number of stitches you have to go by. And it is more than you did for the shirt. So I will show you what to do next without the doll. So I've already flipped what's going to be the top part of the dress inside out. And if you're doing it without the doll, I'm going to show you how it's going to look. How many you're going to do. And if you're doing with the doll, you're just going to do it like I showed you. So, for those who are not doing with, if you're not doing the doll for fitting, you're going to do 9 stitches across. You're gonna, and once you get to the 10th stitch, that is when you're gonna put in the first. That's when you're gonna put it together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So right there is when I put my my hook. I put my hook there just to know, and I'm going to do a turning chain, then put my hook in there in the 10th stitch, and then what I'm going to do is do the slip stitch, and I'm going to pull it through again. And if you mess up, if you find yourself with something like this, you're just going to go like that. And you're going to do this again, and it should be easier with it. And now you're just going to keep going, and then you're going to do that last. The good thing about this, you don't have to make a sleeve with this, but I'm going to show you what to do next, just with the top part of the dress. So now, this is what it looks like. So you're going to get your scissors and finish off like you would normally do, and I will show you what to do next. So now that you have the top part of the dress done, this is what you'll get. And if you want to have all your stitches facing the right way, then you can flip it and then do the next strap, and it won't have the stitches look inside out. But what I'm going to do is keep it inside out, because I think it's easier. But if you want to flip it because you think it's necessary, you can. It really doesn't matter. So what you're going to do next is get your hook. Make a slip knot at first, and then put your hook through. Now you're going to do is you're going to want to do is fold it in half, and then you're gonna, if you're doing it without the doll, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna find where the where you had your last stitch from the strap, and it's right here is where the last stitch was from, and from the other side it's right there. So that's what keeps it in line. You're just going to align it from that. Now you're going to do is you're going to try aligning it with those and finding 9 stitches. This might sound complicated, but it's actually kind of easy. So you're going to find 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I was kind of off, but if you're off, try finding a way. And what you're going to do is stay in line. And then with that, you're going to find how to do it way. So then, like, what you're going to do is, if you find it in line, you're going to count 9 stitches across, and then do, you're going to find the 3 stitches, then count 9, and that's where your other's going to be. So you're going to do it with that, you're going to find where you have your other one to go. And you're going to put your hook and you're going to do a slip stitch. Then you're going to do is do the 3 stitches wide, chain 1, and then do 15 rows for the strap. And then I will show what it will look like with the doll, and I'll show how to attach it, the strap, if you're doing it with the doll. So now that you finished the the strap, my bad, that's what it's going to look like. And it should be 4 stitches apart from each other, and that's how it is. It's 4 stitches apart, and 9 stitches if you're not doing it with the doll. Now you're gonna flip it over, and then you're going to do is attach it. So it's gonna be you're gonna chain 1, and then you're gonna do is get a hold of a stitch, and then that's what it will be. You're almost done with just the top part. Next will be the gold lining of it. And now it's one more. Now you have you got the top part of the dress done. So then you're gonna do is finish off, and then in part 2 I will show you how to do the gold lining around it. And after you finish it off, that's what I'm going to show you at your before I show you how to do with the gold lining. So now that you've finished both of the straps, you are going to do is cut off the tails from this piece. So when you get the strap, you can't see that, but that's the strap, and at the bottom when you started. And now you have finished it, and if you haven't done it yet, but flip it in the right way, and this is what it will look like. Now that you have it, now I'm just trying to make it so you can see it. This is what it will look like. And in part 2, I will show you how to do the gold lining. Now I'm going to show you how to do the gold lining around the top part of the dress. So get your hook, and then gonna do is make a slip knot and put it on your hook. Now you're gonna do is find a stitch, find the back, the back of the top part of the dress, and I'm going to show you how to do it. How to do the inside part, not the straps, not the outside part of the straps, just the inside. So you're going to do is place your hook in the stitch right here, then do a slip stitch. Now you're going to do is single crochet in each stitch in each one of the holes around, like you did when for doing the shirts, but instead of doing more than one row, for each one you're just going to do one around. This just makes a lining, and this is what it will look like when you make the lining. And then once you get to the front, you're just going to do the same thing, and then you're doing it all the way around, and I'll show you what that will look like at the end. Now that you have the gold lining around the top, this is what it will look like. And now you're going to finish off. So what you're going to do is get the first stitch, the one you did a slip stitch with, and then do a slip stitch in that one, pull it off, and finish it off like you normally do. So now what you're going to do is you're going to do this, do the gold lining for the straps, and I'm going to show you how to do it. For just one of them, you're going to repeat the same thing for the other. So what you're going to do is find a stitch, and then you're going to do is put a slip stitch in it, and then go all the way around. And this is what I'm going this way around. And you're not making a sleeve, all you're doing is just lining, and it's just like how you did this. So after that, you're going to do is get the first stitch, the slip stitch you did, then you're going to do a slip stitch in that, and then finish it off like you did. And now that you have gotten all of this part done, you're almost done with just this top part of the golden lining. I know it sounds confusing, but I'm making a good one. And then later on, I'll show you how to do this bottom part, but there's some things that needs to be done first. So first off, go into the back of the dress, back of the top part of the dress, do a slip stitch, and then single crochet all the way around like you did before, and you're basically repeating this, and then once you get done, I will show you what to do next. So now that you have the gold lining on all of the areas of the top part, you are going to do is cut off all the tails. And after you cut off all the tails of just the top part, that's when it's going to go to the bottom gold lining. This just makes it easier, it'll make it go on faster. I'm just checking, and then I got it. So now after you cut off all the tails, you are going to do is get your yarn and make a slip knot. Do the same thing you've been doing, but instead of finishing off, you're going to change the color, and I'll show you how to change the color. So find where you cut the tail off for the bottom part of when you started. You're going to put your hook into the stitch right next to it, and well, I guess it would be chain, but if it's stitched, I guess it will be. And make sure that you got your slip knot tight, and then do a slip stitch, and then single crochet all the way around. And then once you get, I'll show you what to do once you get to the first stitch, since this is the bottom part of to do the lining, and this is different than how it was up above. So after doing the gold lining for the bottom part, this is when you're going to switch the color from gold to dark blue. So if you don't know how to switch colors, I'm going to show you. So you're going to cut, and then do a single crochet stitch, and then get the dark blue, and pull it through. And be sure to pull it tightly. Now you're going to do is do a single crochet stitch in every stitch around for 2 rounds. So now I got the dark blue, and this is what's going to start. And if you want to use a marker, you can, but I prefer to use marker for this because this is going to be a pretty long skirt. And what you're going to need is do it that way. Then after that, you're going to pull it tightly. Now get your hook and then keep stitching. So it's going to be 1 single crochet stitch in every stitch all the way around for 2 rounds. So after doing 2 rounds in blue, what you're going to do is take out your hook and find the tails to where you switch the colors, and this is the colors, and this right here is the tail to what you started with. Well, for me it is, and I'm gonna trim. You're gonna cut the tail that you had to start with, and then you're gonna do is, if it's a short tail like this blue one, you're just gonna tie a knot, or you're gonna tie it together. But if it is long as the yellow one, you're gonna sew it in, and this goes for both. But I'm going to show you what it is for both short and long. So for the short one, you just tie a knot, and for the long one, you're going to sew it in. And I'm also going to sew it in, but it's only going to be in a few stitches. And to sew it in, you're just going to go in between stitches. So you're going to do is go in between stitches like this. And then pull through, and you're just going to keep going with it. And then that should be enough. So trim it, and plus it's tied together, so that should do it. Next, you're gonna do is, if it's a short tail, you're just gonna get in a few stitches. And I'm only doing like 3 of them because that's like how long it is. And there's that. And just pull it through like that. And then trim it. And now you're ready to move on. Now this won't bother you in any way, and it won't get in your way while you're making the bottom skirt. While you're making the skirt of the dress. So now, I'm going to do is get your hook back in, take out the marker, and put it in single crochet, and then stitch, and then put the marker back in. Then you're going to do is put 2 single crochet stitches into the next stitch, and then 1 into that next stitch afterwards. So it is 1 single crochet, 1 stitch, and then 2 single crochet stitches in the next stitch. And you're just going to do this for only 1 round, and I'll show you what to do next. Now after doing the round with 1 single crochet and 1 stitch, and then 2 single crochet in the next, now you're going to do is take out your marker, do the single crochet in that stitch, and then you're going to do another single crochet into the next stitch, and then you're going to do 2 single crochet stitches and in that next one after that. So you're going to do 1 single crochet and 2 stitches and 2 single crochet in the next, and you're going to do that for 1 round. Now I'll show you what to do next. So after doing the 1 single crochet and 2 stitches and 2 single crochet and 1 stitch, now it is time, and now I'm going to show you what to do next. So take out your marker and do a single crochet stitch in there, and then you're going to do one single crochet stitch in every stitch around for 16 rounds, and this will be 20 rounds total of dark blue, and then I will show you what to do next. Now that you have done 16 rounds, this is what it will look like. And if you didn't do the marker and you have it right here, that's where you're going to do the blue. But if you have a stitch marker and it moves on you, kind of like this, you're going to do it where the marker is. So take out your marker, and then do a single crochet stitch. Don't finish it all. Don't finish the stitch. Cut it. Then get the other one. Get the other tail, and then you're gonna do is pull it through. Just be sure you got it long enough. Just get this holder, and now you're gonna do is put your marker back in to the same one, crochet into the next stitch. And be sure to pull tightly. You're going to do 2 rounds with the light blue, and then I will show you what to do next. Now that you've done the 2 rounds in light blue, you're going to take out your marker. Get your scissors and cut the tail. Now you're going to do is finish off and start off with a slip stitch and then finish off like you normally do. After you finish off, you're going to get the tails of the yarn that you use to change the color with, and you're going to take the light blue tail, get your needle, and sew in between the stitches of the light blue like you did when it came to the black and the gold. Just going to stop there with it, and once you get done with it, you're going to take your scissors and cut the remaining. Now you're going to take the dark blue tail and do the same thing, girly. And then you're going to do just go in between the stitches again, and I'm just doing just this many, and I'll go on. I'll stop here. Now you have the dress complete. In part 3, I will show you how to do the cloak and the boots. So what you're going to do for this next part of the outfit is making the cloak. So you're going to need your fuchsia yarn, and you're going to do is make a slip knot, and then you're going to do is chain 18. Now that you've chained 18, you're going to do is do a half double crochet. You're going to do half double crochet in every chain, and this is going to be your main stitch for the cloak instead of the single crochet. You're going to do 24 rows of the half double, so 24 rows total, and then afterwards I will show you how to do the sides of the cloak. So now that you have the all 24 rows, this is what it will look like. And now what you're gonna do is make the sides. So you're gonna count. You're gonna count 13. So how many you would stitch to 13, which will be right here. So it will be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So like right here, or it, so put the marker right here. Now you're gonna stitch it so it'll be 1, and this is a single crochet. This is a half double. It's half double, and I made a mistake. My bad. So it is half double. So that's 1, 2, and that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And that is basically the first row, and you don't need a marker until later. So you're gonna change and do what you normally do when you do the half double, and I'm gonna do that for a few rows, and I will show you. And I will tell you how many to do. So you're gonna do the half double crochet for this for the sides. It's gonna be 13 rows. So you're gonna do 13 rows, and I will show you what that will look like, and then I will show you how to do the other one. So now that you have this side done with 13 rows, I messed up and I should have said 12 because later on, after doing the other side, you're going to do a lining, and this will give you 14 instead of 13, and it will make it too big. So you're going to take out your hook and just undo the 13th row. So you're going to have 12 instead of 13. And now put your hook back in. And now you got 12. So what you're going to do next is grab your scissors and finish off like you normally do. So now you're going to do is the other side of the hook. So get your, make a slip knot and put it in your hook. Now you're going to do the same thing you did before, is 13, you're going to do 13 stitches, and use the marker again. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13 right here. you're going to put your hook into, it's not going to be here, it's going to be at top. Do a slip stitch there. Now you're going to do a single crochet, half double, it's a half double in the next one. And then after that is do that until you get to the marker. So, and the slip stitch is the first one. No, I'm mistaken. It's not going to be the first one. So there is 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. And 13. And this should be even with it. And I have it even. Now you're gonna do 13 rows, not 12 like this one. You're gonna do 13, so it's gonna be a little bit longer. But once later on you get to do the lining, that is when it'll be 13, and this will be 13, so it's even. So now that you've done 13 rows of this side, you are ready to do the lining of this. So what you're going to do, you're going to put your hook into this hole right here, and you're going to do the same like you've been doing, is put your hook in the holes, and you're going to do it as a single crochet. All you're going to do it with is a single crochet, and this is for this, like the sides. You put it in all the holes, and this will make it like this. And when you get to the bottom and the side and the top, that's when you're gonna do just a regular loop. But for this, you're just gonna put it in every hole for the sides. Now I will show you what to do next after do the lining for this. So now that you have the lining, what you're gonna do is make the button loop. So you're gonna do is chain 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now you're gonna do is put do a slip stitch in this hole right here. My fingers. You're gonna do a slip stitch there, and finish off like you normally do. And I'll show you what to do next. So next, what you're gonna do is cut off the tails from the back side. The tails are supposed to be the back side, so I flipped it over, and now I'm on the back side. I'm gonna cut off each tail, and you should only have 2 tails to cut off. There's 2 of them. And now you're gonna do is get your gray yarn, your light gray yarn, and make a slip knot. Then put it on your hook. Next you're going to do is chain 2. And now what you're going to do is do 7 single crochet stitches into the first chain, and it's best to have a marker. Use a marker for this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. If you know how to do, if you know how to make a heart, you can, because in the movie Anna has 2 hearts that are clips to the cloak, but I'm doing a circle because I think it's easier. But you can do a heart if you want, and this is completely up to you. So once you got your button made, whatever you decided, I showed you how to do a circle, but if you want to do a heart, you can. But it's like I said, it's completely up to you. So what you're gonna do is cut the tail from the bottom part, and now you're gonna do is get a long tail, and then you're gonna do is make a slip stitch in the next stitch, and now you're gonna do is sew it on. So get your needle and have half of the circle or heart, whichever one you chose, right here. And then you're gonna do is sew it on. And I forgot that it's on the wrong way. You better want to check and see if you have it the right or the wrong way. And how you're gonna do it is that where you cut the tails will be the inside part. So there's the tail, so that's going to indicate that this is the inside, and there's the other one. So this is what it will look like once it's done. And then you're going to do is sew on half of it. So I'm going to straighten it out, get half of the circle, like I said, circle or heart, sew on half of the, have it half sticking out in half, right there. You're gonna put it through there, and you just want to sew in the center of the circle or heart. You're just gonna and this should cover it. And now it's able to have it right there and there. And then you're going to do is fasten it by getting one of the stitches, pulling the loop through, and tying a knot to just tie a knot and make sure it is secure. And I'd say do one more. Now, you're going to take your scissors and cut the tail. Now you have finished the cloak. And what it will look like when you have it on, it's supposed to fasten like this. And this is what it will look like. Now I'm going to show you how to do the boots. And this is the last thing you do. So what you're going to do is slip knots, put it in your hook. Now you're going to chain 17. Now that you've chained 17, you are going to do slip stitch in the first chain. And get your marker, put it in the slip stitch. You're going to do single crochet in each stitch around for 6 rounds. So after doing 6 rounds, this is what it will look like, and I took out the marker because it was really it was starting to move on me. So I took it out and I followed the tail. And speaking of the tail, you're going to cut it off before going on to next part. Now you're going to do is single crochet 2 together for all the way around for 2 rounds, and this will be a total of 8 rounds. And it's better to use a marker for this because you're almost done with it. So do just single crochet 2 together for 2 rounds. I've already done a 2 together from the last stitch and the first stitch together because it was because something happened. I'm not sure if it happened to you, but if it has to you, then it's okay. You can just do it that way. And then you're gonna do it. It's like I said before, for 2 rounds, and I've only done it for 1. I'm going to put the marker back in. Now I'm going to show you what to do next. So that's why I'm showing you what to do next for when you finish it off. That's why I decided to show you what's going to be the next round. And then we'll put the marker in this time. And it's not into the first and last stitch, it's in the one right after. So I will get that. Pull it tightly and put my hook back in. Now I'm going to do, all I'm going to do is just this. Just for another round. And that should really cover it. So now I'm going to do, and what you're going to do next is align it, fold it evenly, and you're going to slip stitch the hole together. Like that, and you're going to pop it out like this, and you have your first one made. And if you're using the doll, you could do is shape it, and right now you want to finish it off. After you finish it off, you're going to flip it like this, and if you're using the doll, what you're going to do is shape it on there to fit, and it will look like that. And now you're going to do for the other one is repeat the same steps, and then you will be done.